Here you go. You will need Greek yogurt, 500 grams. Self-raising flour, 400 grams. What we're going to do is we've zeroed the scales, and then we're going to sift the flour to get any lumps out, and we're going to need 400 grams. Let's sift the flour. Give it a shimmy, 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 shimmy. This makes it nice and fine. 220, 230. Do the same again. $320, $360, $370, $380, $400. I'm just going to go $410. I'll come back to that in a minute. So we'll just place that to one side, because you're going to need flour to release your dough. So nice and soft. See, it's all nice and you need a spatula or a spoon of some sort. So we're going to use a whole lot of this. Yep, just throw it in. Now at this stage, if you wanted to, you can add herbs, garlic, paprika, whatever you wanted to give it flavour. If you want it to be extravagant, you could add lemon juice, limes, all that sort of stuff, salt and pepper. But last time I did this, it was alright. So you're going to use your hands. You're going to get stuck in there with your hands. And we're going to mix it into a dough. Just keep working it round. It's a bit sticky. So I'm pressing it out to the side of the bowl. Not squishing it up in your hands, you're just sort of forming it into a dough. So we're not that far off a dough at the moment. It's still quite sticky, so I'm going to use some flour to release that. A bit more on that. You'll find that you'll use more once we get it onto the chopping board, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm just going to get it out. It's not like bread where you'll like knead it for 10 minutes. It's just a case of you're just making it into a dough so you can pick it up and use it, which you can see in a second. The consistency is starting to change. We can do something with it. So have a look at that there. The consistency's changed a little bit. I'm just going to get this off my hands. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dust our chopping board, because it's going to be doughy. So we can work with it. We'll weigh the dough, final dough, and then what I'll do with the final dough is that we'll get an idea of how many we can make out of the dough. I think last time we were about 100 grams per one. We'll have a look in a minute.
Yeah, at least 8.
Yeah. So I'm just going to get the rest of the dough off my hands. Right, so that's your dough done. So we'll just take your scales again. Set your scales back to 0. So we're coming at 900 grams. So it's going to be 9 at 100 grams ish. Your rolling pin out. Top tip before you use your rolling pin, handful of flour. What you'll find is that these are a little bit sticky. There we go.
Put this on.
Huh?
Do you want me to put this on to one more?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Right, so we need 100 grams. So, just use a knife. You can just pull it off. I'm gonna say. Three. So 100.
Let's move that.
Take that off. There we go. That's 3. Wasn't far off that. $78, $92. We will take that. I'll do. Do. Just divide it out. And the rest. There we go. Right. 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we've got 9. There we go. Done. Right. So what I'll do now is we'll just do these into a little bit of ball. Make sure you've got some combine all the dough together, turn them into a little bit of a ball so you can work with them in a minute. You don't have to do this too much, you're just forming them so you can work with them, so you're combining all your ingredients together. A bit there. Do you want to just pop the pan on while you're there, because you've got clean hands? So shall I just put the pan on, put it on a high heat, so maximum heat. You don't need any oil for this. You see, I've got plenty of flour on here. Okay, so make sure again you're floured, so when you start doing this, if it's not floured properly, it will stick. that's our first one ready. All you do now is you're just going to tap it with your fingers, like so. So you get the dimples. Turn that over. And that's ready for the heat. So we'll wait until the pan's ready. Put that in the pan. We'll leave that to get up to temperature. While you're waiting for that to get up to temperature, start your next one and you're ready to go. Again, it's important to use plenty of flour because it will stick because of the yogurt. See how it's just picking up on the rolling pin? Add more flour. So it's a bit like, when you're doing these, it's a bit like pancakes. You've got to wait for the bubbles to come up. So you have a look in the pan now, it's starting to come up. Starting to bubble up a little bit. Not quite yet, yeah. We'll see. Again, back to this. Lots of dimples. Roll it over. You go back to the pan, you'll see that it's doubled in thickness. So what we can do is you can see what's going on here. There you go. That's your first one done. You don't want to go and scorch it, but it's rised a bit. Yep. That a little bit longer. And that's basically a process. So repeat all of that until you get them. I'll show you another one before we go in, but I think that will conclude the video. And then at the end of it, just add whatever you want into it. You can add salt, pepper and stuff like that. So as you can see, we turned that over now, nice golden brown. Yeah, it's like pancakes. When you first do the first pancake, the pan's not hot enough, so that's not a bad level, but you'll see when I put the next one in, it'll rise quicker. So the hotter the better. Let's see if we'll just throw this over again. That's nice, that. And the other thing is that once you finish, you can finish them off in the oven. Yeah, so watch that one raise, because that's a bit better, that one. While I'm doing that, we'll start preparing the next one. So again, it's like pancakes. You know, keep an eye on them. Get your pan hot. Keep an eye on things. Keep everything nice and floured. So that's starting to raise up now. So we'll give that a little bit longer. You see the dimples starting to form into bubbles. There you go. Again, do your bubbles on your next one. We're good to go. So I think that'll end it from there. So you have a good one. Enjoy. Let me know how yours turns out. So I expect to see a video. And keep me updated. I'll see you soon. Live from Wheaton in the kitchen.